Cranky Kong. That was supposed to be my transition. And you know, it all connects because that Scion band that I just told you about. Yeah. We went to see a show where a couple bands were like playing their songs, and they also covered one song off a game while the people were playing the game on a projector behind them, and they played a Donkey Kong Country song. So that was fucking sick. I think there was Mega Man X there too, but yeah, DKC.
Dude, what kind of shows are you going to, where they're just playing? Like, was it like people on stage playing the game, or was it just like footage from the game?
No, like they had a Super Nintendo like on a table, and like the audience would just like play it while the band like played songs.
That's wild.
It was fucking sick. Like the whole like thing took place in an arcade. Like it was just like one of the like coolest concerts I ever went to.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game. I remember because I had it on the Game Boy. There was like a Game Boy Advance port,
right?
Which is where I played it and beat that hoe, and then I beat it again. I remember it like I think it was at your mom's house.
Yeah, because we were. I think you spent the night because I had bought. Did I find Super Castlevania 4 on Super Nintendo, or was that on the Switch?
I have no idea.
Because I remember I had planned for us to play a bunch of Super Nintendo games, and we started playing Super Castlevania, and we couldn't get past a certain point, so I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll do something else in the meantime if you want to play another game. And I think you whipped out Donkey Kong Country and you beat it that night.
Yeah,
dude.
It's just really solid. It's a good ass platformer. Probably, I think my favorite of all time. And I tried a couple of the other ones. Like I tried 2 and 3, and then like the newest Donkey Kong Country, like Frozen Ape.
Yeah.
But I don't know. None of them really match up to this first one. I don't think. Because
remember the first time you played it?
I don't remember, but I was on the Wii Lad. Like I said, on the Game Boy. And yeah, dude, there's just so many iconic ass like places you go. Obviously, there's the first world that's like in the jungle, and then you have like the snowy like tree one. Then you got like the minecart levels, which are a pain in the fucking ass, but still super recognizable. And then the music, holy shit.
Yeah, dude. Do we know? I don't remember what band the composer was in, but he also did. Let me look this up before I start blowing smoke out of my ass. Keep going with. Stop and Go Station. Those fucking scary ass, like big dudes running around like crazy. They always freak me the hell out. What's the name of the channel? The everything. Is it Everything About, or is it the one that makes the Flash animations? And we watched the Donkey Kong Country one.
Terminal Montage.
Yeah, Terminal Montage. Shout out Terminal Montage. He makes some of the funniest shit on YouTube.
He's working on a fucking Pokemon Legends one, which should be fun.
I saw that.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a fucking platform. What do you want? You get the power ups. You get like the shark and the ostrich and the frog and the rhino, and there's that whole bonus stage where you try to like get all the things, and the music in there is really goddamn good too. And then you get to the final boss, Cranky Kong, which honestly,
Cranky Kong is the final boss.
Fucking not Cranky Kong. K. Rool on the ship. And honestly, he wasn't that hard. I don't remember like as a kid. Like I beat him pretty easily. But then I tried to play him again on the like the Switch, and it's a lot harder than I remember.
Yeah, dude, that the song that I forget what it's called, but they remixed it for Smash Ultimate when they brought K. Rool into the game. And it sounds really fucking good.
Oh man, dude, I'm getting so distracted. K. Rool. King K. Oh, Galleons. Galley. Oh. Galley Gaxon free.
Man, the game's good as hell. What can I say?
Would you say that you where would platformer fall in your like favorite game genres? Because I know we talked movie genres, and we have gone over our like top 15 games with each other, and we've detailed what genres they each fall into. Because I was worried about my list not being very diverse, just because I don't know. I know I have a specific preference, but I like when there's a game outside of my preferred genre that sticks out, like it's good enough, even though it's a type of game that I don't play super often. Where does platformer fall for you?
I feel like I want it to be higher because I do find them fun, but a lot of them get really goddamn annoying. Like that's fucking fair. Jak and Daxter, like I really liked that game when it began. But as it went on, I started to fucking hate it. It just got really stupid. Spyro, like that kind of shit. Obviously Mario, but like only the ones that I remember playing more. Everything else in the genre I find annoying. So, the idea of them is very high in my head, but in practicality, I don't find them super amazing.
Gotcha.
But I do like this one.
Yeah, this one's really good. And I think it did a lot for platformers when it came out, because obviously it used like what looked like 3D models, right? Like it wasn't just like Super Mario 3 sprites or like even Super Mario World, you know, like it was flat sprites. The sprites in Donkey Kong Country games, they look 3D. They look like they're 3D models, and that's super cool. And moving forward, you know, as we entered the Nintendo 64 era and the PlayStation era, and I feel like platformers got really popular in the 80s and endured through the 90s. And then when we got to online gaming, people didn't give a shit about platformers anymore. Like once we hit the 2000s, and all of the classic platformers tried converting to 3D. Like there was Donkey Kong 64, there was Mega Man 64, there was Super Mario 64, a lot of them on Nintendo 64, but like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Jak and Daxter, whatever the Ratchet and Clank, you know, like they all had their moment in the sun, and then Xbox came along and fucking Master Chief fucking ass. Yeah.
Shooting. Every game is shooting now. Otherwise, it's a fake-ass game.
Right, dude. Even games like Horizon Zero Dawn and Breath of the Wild, like they've incorporated aspects of other genres to try to appeal to that. You know, not that like firing a bow and arrow is super off course or off brand for Zelda, but it's like, you know, there's still an aiming reticle, whereas I feel like in older Legend of Zelda games that wasn't ever a thought.
It was like Z targeting, yeah, but like you have to like manually equip everything, where this one is just like a hotkey, like jumping and shooting and shit.
Yeah. So anyway, platformers are great, but only a select few are going to be good enough for us to want to talk about on this here podcast. So Donkey Kong Country, thanks for being one of the select few. Thank you, David Wise, who was the composer at Rare from 1985 to 2009. He was the company's sole musician up until 1994. So he composed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, a shit ton of games for Rare, including but not limited to almost the entire Donkey Kong Country series, including Frozen Ape, which he co-composed with Kenji Yamamoto, who is a super notable video game composer who did the soundtracks for Super Metroid, Metroid Prime, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, a bunch of Nintendo games. So you guys are the best.